All right, we're getting back live. We're going to talk about some motivation. We're going to talk about some meditation. We're going to talk about some inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. So a lot of us face off against different challenges. We face off against, um, the things that we're going through on a daily basis. What kind of places are you looking to go? Um, a lot of the challenges that we face, from what I've started to come to realize, is individual. Okay. And when we find a way to make it through those kinds of challenges, when we find a way to in a sense understand ourselves, to understand our ability, and to start to use our gifts and our talents, it's going to take a part of your mentality where you start to focus inwards, okay? And today's speech is about asking this question: is what I'm doing today motivation, meditation, or inspiration? Is not just about the words, but the meanings behind the words, okay? It's the meanings that matter the most, it's when you're facing off against challenges. How do you make it through your challenges? How can we create a better way to make it through the challenges? How can we create a way to focus? And when we're focusing, when we're putting ourselves on a path, on a journey, when you start a path, it usually takes preparation. Okay, it takes the ability to prepare yourself, to prepare your mind, to prepare your being to get to a point where you are growing, where you are manifesting, you know. And a lot of manifestation comes from the vibration. In fact, all manifestation comes from vibration. What are you thinking to do today? What is it that you are looking to overcome? What is it that you're looking to work on? How are you putting yourself in a way to bypass your challenges? See what I'm saying? And so when we connect on a level of mentality, when we connect on a level of focus, when we start to utilize that part of ourselves, when we start to utilize that part of who we are inside, when we start utilizing that part of our being, you know, it's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to start to happen when you start to open up. It's only going to start to happen when you start to manifest. I recognize that a lot of you may be going through some things today. You might be in some parts of your being where you're not sure, where you're not in a place where you want to be personally. But how do you deal with it? Okay, how do you use your mentality? How do you use your focus? How do you use your vibration? You know, um, and what skills do you use? What what abilities are you putting your mind to? What part of who you are is opening up? What part of who you are is overcoming those kinds of challenges. Motivation, meditation, inspiration, if it's not one of the three, is bigger than just one. It's a mentality, it's a movement, it's about you. It's about those people out there who are trying to find a better way, a way that they'll be able to overcome their challenges, a way that they'll be able to get from within out. A lot of people feel like the things that are going on around them are greater than what's going on inside. When your mind becomes stronger than your challenges become lightened. Your ability inside of you starts to open up. Your ability inside of your being starts to manifest. And that person inside of you, that human being, I see a lot of people that are not wanting to enjoy this path. They want to go somewhere else. They want something that is not here, instead of enjoying this part of their journey. Instead of enjoying this part of their path, instead of becoming a part of this part of their vibration. And so, Newton recognized that for each action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This states that for every action force in nature, there is an equal and an opposite reaction. In other words, if an object A exerts a force on object B, then the object B also exerts an equal and opposite force. So literally, scientifically, we are a force in the universe, okay? And we are like object A. So if we do not recognize that there's going to be an object B, then we're not utilizing the universe. Now, another person named Einstein stated to become friends with the universe. So, when we recognize this, that we can utilize mentality, okay, then we could start to choose that positive force in the universe, yeah? And I'm going to get that exact quote for you guys. Here we go. I'm going to pull this up right now. This is 6 amazing Einstein quotes. And these are Einstein's quotes. Albert Einstein became the most celebrated scientist in 100 years ago, in history, 100 years ago. Revolutionary in science. Theory of universal Newton's ideas. You hearing what I'm saying? Now, the reason why this is important was because I was listening to the master class on Oprah Winfrey, okay, podcast. It's kind of interesting now you're hearing my podcast, and it was Oprah Winfrey who actually inspired me to start doing podcasts. It was Oprah Winfrey that opened my eyes to Newton's third law of motion. Now, I want you to notice here that Albert Einstein was using Newton's theories as well. And he found ways Newton's ideas overthrown a headline in the Times of London, published on November 7th, 1919. So, Albert Einstein, okay, was fully aware of universal energy. He was fully aware of universal science, of universal understanding. Now, if Einstein, one of the world's greatest scientists, was able to understand, to gain access to the universe, is to become friends with the universe, what can we do if we can start to become friends with the universe? And, I see Oprah Winfrey's mantra playing. For each action, there is an equal and an opposite reaction. So, if we can yet but see this and start going towards the positive reaction, recognizing even with the opposite reaction that our journey is on the one side, then the other side is a part of enjoying the process. The other side is a part of recognizing that when you take a step, you're stepping down and that there's gravity. Okay? Is it a positive force for you to be able to take a step in a positive direction? Is it available for you to start to see that positivity can open up amazing things, that if there's not a way that you can find a way? Is it positive, like Eric Thomas, one of my favorite motivational speakers, talks about, the ability to want something as bad as you want to breathe? That is amazing. That's what drives Eric Thomas. That is Eric Thomas. That is his mantra. He drives that into his mentality. What drives me is the law of riches. Okay, when I help people, I get energy in return. The universe yields energy to those who understand the law of riches, because the universe sees the positive and the negative forces as its friend. So are you seeing that to the point where you're starting to enjoy it, where you're starting to focus into it, where you're using your tools, your gifts, your talents in such a way that the universe has the ability to use your gifts, has the ability to use your talents? See, a lot of us, we think about, is it provable? And Newton's third law, if you ask Oprah Winfrey this question, she will answer you back as definitely. Because that's what she stated in her master class, that what made her who she is, recognizing for each action there's an equal and opposite. Yeah? So how can we Okay? We're all in this universe together, become universally wealthy. Can we start today? Can we start in this place? Can we start inside of our positive thinking? Can we stop disabling our minds? Can we stop this? Can we start to enable positive minds, positive ability? Can we start to enable the ability within ourselves to overcome the challenges that we are facing off against today? And I asked myself that question. I asked myself that question, is that possible? And I started to get an answer that if you could put your mind in a place, if you could put your mind in a place where the universe can work with you, if you could put your mind in a place where the universe can vibrate positivity into your life, if you can allow the things that aren't meant for you to move out of the way, if you can allow the process of being who you are inside to become achieved, then the external isn't greater than what's going on inside. And there is a lot of people, this is actually in Pinky Inky Thomas's quote. There's a lot of people that are wounded on the inside. We see it always on the outside. I used to carry a pain across my chest so deep that you could see it from the outside. Okay? My lower and my upper heart, I had such a heartbreak that it literally could be seen with the visible eye. Okay? So, is it possible that we could start to build ourselves up inside? Is it possible that we could start to recognize who we are? Is it possible that we could start to see our vibration, our mentality? A lot of people are trying to achieve somebody else's place. What about our own? What about our ability inside of ourselves? What about our ability to utilize the talents, the gifts, with the mind that you have, with the abilities that you have, with the ability to become positive, with the ability to utilize it? I see a lot of people saying, this person has this problem, this person has this problem. What if it's more so in a lot more of the cases, the people that they have around them, that they allow around them? What does it take to get to that place inside of you where you no longer allow those challenges to stop you? You no longer allow those things that other people are doing to hold you back from your mind. We can do that. We can open our mind, we can achieve, we can manifest, we can overcome, and we can find the mentality inside that it takes. I look at these amazing quotes. This is an Albert Einstein quote. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Your minds, my friends. This is who we're honoring today. We're truly honoring the mind of Albert Einstein. Okay, we're honoring the ability to recognize that when you put yourself to something, okay, there are going to be things that are going to move out of the way. Sometimes they look like they died because they no longer become a part of you. They no longer become a part of your journey. And this is what I always talk about. Everybody. This is another Albert Einstein quote. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. This is an amazing quote. This is an amazing quote because you have skills, you have talents, you have amazing abilities. It's that we've been judging each other. We've been putting ourselves in a way in which we forget that you are gifted, that you have talents, that you are amazing, that your ability inside of yourself is worth it, that what you have going on, that you're a blessing of the Most High God, that this universe has a place for you. This universe has a way to use your gifts, and that you are, as Albert Einstein stated, a genius. You just have to see that. You have to see that ability to focus. You have to see that ability to use your gifts, to use your talents, to use that part of who you are inside, to use that part of who you are to overcome. And when you start to see that genius inside of you, the way that other people view it is like Albert Einstein stated. So start seeking out yourself, start seeking out your internal mentality, your internal ability, utilizing this universe. Because it has ways to yield. It has things that it will do if you bring yourself in that form, in that direction, in that ability within who you are, in that ability within what you seek. And what you might seek already exists inside of you. What? If you can find a way to believe in yourself, if you could find a way to manifest, if you could find a way to overcome, if you could find a way to see that this universe is a gift, you will find a way to utilize the gifts that you have inside of yourself. And a lot of people have come to a place where they're trying to stop those. They want you to become what they want you to become instead of who you want to become inside. Another Einstein quote that goes alongside this is the ruling class has the school and press under its thumb. This enables it to saw the emotion of the masses. Do you understand what I'm saying to you guys right now? This isn't something that can be reversed. This is Einstein's quotes, guys. He's talking to us about the masses owning the education system, teaching our children about what they want to, educating them in the ways in which they enable to saw away the dreams of our children, of our generations, of our liberations of our mind. The basic, this is another Einstein quote, the basic law of the universe are simple, but because our senses are limited, we can't grasp them. There is a pattern in creation. You see what I'm saying? It's simple, my friends. You already are a gift. You already have talents. Einstein was amazing. He understood the universe. He understood that this universe, that this planet, this vibration that we're in is simple. Another Einstein quote, the most important question you can ever ask if the universe is a friendly place. There we go. Are we asking the question? It's important that we ask the question, is this universe a friendly place? And if it hasn't been to you, how can you turn it friendly to you? You know, I have recognized that the mentality is what opens up the mind. The mentality is what opens up the ability. That the gifts that you have are what unslave you. The gifts are what you have that bring you closer to yourself. Einstein stated in another quote, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The word emotion has an E on the front of it. Okay, this E stands for energy. The word life has an E on the end of it. This word stands for energy. Okay, the word life. Living in frequency energy, meaning it's moving. And balance of the mind, the body, the spirit, the energy within yourselves, within your purpose, keeps you moving, keeps you growing, keeps you believing in yourself and believing in your dreams. And it's amazing. Another Einstein quote, a human being is a part of the whole called by us the universe, a part limited in time and space. Man, when I'm reading through Einstein's quotes, another Einstein quote, guys, your universe is to become and recognize it, and to allow that opposite that's not you to move out of the way on its own. The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe. You hear what I'm saying? The choice to focus, the choice to believe that we live in a friendly universe is an important choice. And that's what Einstein stated. If the highest scientist who can create things is talking about what they talk about in India, what they talk about in high levels of success, what they talk about in the ability to achieve, this is a hilarious quote that Einstein stated. The two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Einstein understood amazing things. He understood that you have to become friends with the universe for the universe to become friends with you. You have to understand your mentality. You have to understand your ability. Yet I can bring you to gain that access inside of yourself. If this level of focus can bring you to a place where it can motivate you to be who you are, if it can motivate you to utilize your being, if it can motivate you to utilize your mentality, if it can open that part up where you could start to wake up to the gifts, the talents that you have, the abilities, the writers, the singers, the artists, the carpenters, the stonemasons, if you can wake up again and you can wake up within, if you can see beyond, the programming, if you could see to the higher level of vibration, if you could see to the place where you can overcome your challenges, then you will find a part of yourself open up. Now, we've just talked about a great man, Albert Einstein's mentality. You know, he was a great scientist and much more. He understood parts of the universe as well as others, you know. Where can we simply find our way to be the fish that we are inside? Where can we simply find the way to be who we are? Where can we find the way to understand the part of our path, the part of our journey? I am deeply grateful for internal connection, internal companionship, internal mentality. And each of us can find a way if we start to get inwards, if we start to find a way to express what comes from within, if we can yet but find a way to overcome. I want to find that light that shines inside, that is that human being within, that is that purpose within ourselves, that we can believe that we're worth it, that becoming friends with this universe is worth it, that you are worth it, that your skills have a purpose, that you're no longer a slave to your environments, that you are gifted. And within ourselves lays the combination. Within our being is the vibration. And when we start utilizing that part of who we are, the universe has yields beyond that are available. And so when we look inwards to find the answers, we will find ourselves. There's a lot of people out there that are seeking it out on the outside instead of looking inwards. There's a lot of people that are seeking it out but they're not looking within. I would like to to bring you closer to your mind. I'd like to if I could plead a case with your mind that this universe is a friendly place, that it is a place of vibration, that positive thinking works, that positive ability could open you up. It could make things possible. It's like in breath work. What people call meditation today is only one form of meditation. And when we do that, we can open up our minds. I'm grateful for you guys. And I'm going to go. I got stuff that I need to do here. I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to inspire you. I wanted to light you up. I want you to become connected with your focus, your knowledge, your discipline within yourselves. And I want you to believe that you are worth it. And I'm just going to close here. I'm going to say blessings to you all. Thank you for following me on Twitch. You can reach out through motivation, meditation, inspiration, yoga. You can find more about what I'm talking about. But when you connect your focus, your knowledge, and your discipline together, amazing things become possible. As always, blessings, 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 and namaste.